I swear, man, I was not going to make a video about this. I wasn't. We saw one injury given out to one guy last night, and I was like, nah, that's not enough to make a video about it. But today, after hearing the conclusion, what actually is the outcome of said injury, as well as the other injuries sustained to other players, I feel like we have to make a video about this now because this is terrible. The dominoes are falling one by one in Columbus, and I want to talk about it here in the channel. So, yesterday, as the Blue Jackets faced off against who the heck did they play? It was the Philadelphia Flyers, and you had yourselves a multitude of things that happened. This was pretty much the game from hell, if you're going from a Columbus point of view, because man, oh man, did you take a hit to your decor with this game. Not only did you miss out on Erik Gudbranson, whom I've been kind of talking smack about since 2016-ish, when the guy was acquired by Vancouver, it's been a long time. Not only did you lose out on him, not only did you lose out on former Owen Power line mate Nick Blankenburg, who was really good and who scored the 4-2 goal in the third period with about 2 minutes to go, but you also lost Zach Werenski, and he's out for the year. Now, this is honestly mind-boggling how so much crap can happen in one game, but this is the update given to us by the Columbus Blue Jackets earlier today. Erik Gudbranson, who had left yesterday's game, he's day-to-day. He's got a UBI thing, who knows how long that's going to take, but right now day-to-day is the assessment. You also had Zach Werenski, who ended up leaving, and the reason Werenski left is because partway through the game, while chasing Travis Konechny, who has the puck, into the corner, Konechny dumps it around the boards and Werenski tries to hit Konechny, but Konechny kind of dodges the hit, and it ends up in Werenski going into the boards himself. And it's a really awkward kind of fall. It looks so innocuous, but you could see that when he makes contact with the boards, his right arm is kind of in a chicken wing position, and as a result, he ends up tearing his labrum. This is the assessment from the Blue Jackets right here. Zach Werenski is done for the year. He suggested a separated shoulder and a torn labrum last night, and that in and of itself is absolutely terrible. Such an innocent-looking play where the guy just tries to finish his check. You know, you learn about this when you're young. You finish your checks. And he just ends up missing. Konechny, man, if he had just gotten hit like normal hockey players do, this wouldn't have happened. But nah, Werenski goes into the boards like armpit first pretty much because his arm is up. And it's a really awkward-looking thing. And so, in a game where you don't have Werenski anymore, you lost out on Gudbranson, you have guys like Nick Blankenburg coming in here and playing every second shift pretty much, because your decor is already so depleted. Not only did Blankenburg score himself a goal, and not only has Blankenburg shown off that he is somewhat of the heart and soul of that blue line after making his debut with the Blue Jackets last season, the announcement comes out today that Blankenburg will miss 6 to 8 weeks with a broken ankle. So, when he was playing last night in recovery for the Blue Jackets as they're trying to frantically manage their decor, Blankenburg had himself a broken ankle the whole time, and he scored a goal. How much of a beast do you have to be to do that? But now, you have yourselves a Columbus team that had itself a whole bunch of roster moves right here, because right now, you look at the decor, Adam Boqvist is already out. Broken foot, 4 to 5 weeks. Justin Danforth, okay, he's a forward, but he's out too. Regular season, he's out for. Zach Werenski, torn labrum, shoulder separation, he's out for the regular season. Blankenburg, ankle fracture and a high ankle sprain, 6 to 8 weeks. Erik Gudbranson, upper body injury, day to day. And then Corrali and Jiricek are also out too. The Blue Jackets are going through a season from hell, and they're probably going to go out there and keep on losing more games and maybe get themselves the Connor Bedard lottery odds sweepstakes. Now, if you wanted to know who exactly is coming up to make things a little bit easier, it's Gavin Bayreuther from the Cleveland Monsters as well as Marcus Bjork. These two guys have been recalled after the injury sustained by Werenski and Gudbranson, not to mention David Jiricek too. And I had seen a lot of people freaking out about this. because they're going to really force and rush this guy's development after just being drafted a few months ago, because unless your name is Cole Sillinger, most NHL prospects don't make the league right away. And for David Jiricek on defense, a guy that was supposed to be a top 2 potential caliber defender, rushing the guy's development definitely is not what you want to see. But either way, at this point, it feels like you have no choice. So, yeah, emergency recall, man. Bayreuther, Bjork, Jiricek, you've got Blankenburg, Gudbranson, and Werenski all lost out in one game. Philadelphia. I know people like to say no grudges, no whatever, but John Tortorella went out there and put his former team in the blender. And Zach Werenski was playing really well too. The guy was on pace for 50 points this season. He was logging extended ice time. He had been really good. This was a great year so far for Werenski. He was on pace for a career high year. And that's not easy, especially when you acknowledge how good Werenski has been the past few seasons. I mean, losing out on your top defenseman to a hit that looks like that, where Konechny moves out of the way, that is just the most unlucky thing that you could exhibit. And then for Nick Blankenburg, as I had said, the guy was Owen Power's defense pairing partner in Michigan for 4 seasons. He was really coming out of nowhere, to be honest. I mean, the guy was playing in U18 AAA hockey before playing for the Okotoks Oilers in the AJHL. He went straight to Michigan. He played 4 years, and then he's in the NHL. I mean, the guy's only 24 years old, so he started with Michigan when he was 20, and he honestly looked really good. I mean, a lot of the tape of Owen Power back when Power was with the Michigan Wolverines looked nice because Blankenburg was there to kind of bail him out if he made any mistakes. Blankenburg is not the big beast that Owen Power is. He's only 5'9", he's right-handed, and it's kind of why he didn't start out the season right away with Columbus, and he made his debut only a few games into the year. I think it was against Vancouver. But Blankenburg has been an absolute stick of dynamite. He's always going out there trying to make hits, trying to make plays, and he's not afraid to pinch into the zone when necessary. I've really been a fan of Blankenburg the past few years, and seeing him get rewarded with an NHL contract as well as a pretty good opportunity on the Blue Jackets where he scored 3 points in 7 games played in his rookie season on pace for 33 points. It's definitely really great to see players like these succeeding. But then you see them play extended amount of shifts, like continuously, and then you realize the next morning, hey, the guy's been playing this whole time with a broken ankle. That sucks. And then for Erik Gudbranson, I mean, I haven't been seeing any good positive reception about Gudbranson in his game so far. I know the guy just signed a 4x4 contract, but realistically, the guy was never really worth that. It's just he had a career year playing for a Calgary Flames team that was pretty good, and Gudbranson happened to cash in on that success, but still, at this point, give me anything. Man bodies are what you need the most right here, and now the Blue Jackets are going to go out there and start using them from guys like David Jiricek, whom they run the risk of ruining his development if they continue down this path and start playing him 25 minutes a night. You don't want to go all Rasmus Ristolainen on the guy now, don't you? So, talk to the console your thoughts about the Blue Jackets and their very precarious situation, how they've lost out on Gudbranson, Blankenburg, and Werenski from one game. Sure, Gudbranson is out day to day, but Blankenburg's out a maximum of 2 months, and Werenski's out for the year. So, yeah, if you had Werenski on your fantasy team, don't be afraid to drop the guy. It's unlucky, but that's what happens, eh? Wishing to a speedy recovery to everybody involved, and yeah, the Blue Jackets fans, I wish you guys happiness as well, because you're probably going through it right now. Connor Bedard is the prize at the end of the rainbow. Nope, just kidding, he's coming to Vancouver. He's coming to Vancouver, get away, back off, Columbus fans. I hope you enjoyed this video, and bye.